What's good? What's good, man? I'm calm, man. What about you?
Yeah, no complaining, bro. No complaining. Just busy day. Busy
That's
day.
awesome. Yeah,
Recovering.
busy, eh?
I did a fucking night hike last night, so I'm relaxed.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it was so fun, bro.
Where did you go hike?
Oh, just like Table Mountain, bro.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's,
literally
that's
just
cool.
straight up Cecilia Forest, Table Mountain with a homie of mine. Just took a bunch of shit and fucking did literally just walked until like 3 in the morning. I'm not even joking. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, it's good fun. I don't know. I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Like just red lights and just have a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would never do that. Too dangerous.
Yeah,
Way too dangerous. Cape Town.
we were
Nah,
picking our
cooked.
spots fucked because we didn't want to go anywhere where there's people, bro.
Nah, that's insane.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, me and Ivan kind of had a falling out.
I heard,
Um,
bro. I'm sorry to hear. I mean, I heard from the other half of the company we were working with. Yeah,
what did
bro.
he say?
Oh no, not much, bro. He kind of just also said, like literally, like you said, had a bit of a fallout with you. I don't know. There was someone else involved. I don't know too much, but I know you guys kind of are friends and working separate ways with business now. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Do you want to run me through some of that stuff?
The business or what happened?
Oh, what happened? Obviously, if you want to, of course. If you want to.
Um, nah, I'm not. I can't. Um,
No stress.
no, I can actually, but just someone from the past came back, to our lives or my life. Kind of, we could not work together. Or like, I was willing to work together. I tried to make it happen,
Mm.
but it just couldn't. And obviously, both of us saw like the slacking part, and then I feel like it's for the best. Obviously, trying new things out, new business partners, see where we go. Obviously, in the future, we can still go back as business partners, maybe friends. I doubt that. But yeah. Ish. And then business wise, I started a placement agency again.
Okay.
Or not started one again, but um, got introduced to a new business partner. She's a girl or a woman. She lives in Dongebon somewhere. Really, really down to like working. She only works. Um, so work wise, she works like all day long. Placement agency has been going good. I'm working with a company who did $180 million in the last 4 years. So we just kind of getting closes for their team. Maybe like an uncapped amount of closes, but
Okay.
it's very strict. No accents, like needs to be the best of the best closers. Um, and then we are working with a few other companies as well. So we are doing placements on the daily,
Okay.
or sales people a day. We have the systems, we have Slack, we have Zapier, we have a system or like this one website where they kind of just come to us. We just post one um, job offer, and then they send us messages on WhatsApp coming to us for jobs, and then yeah, vice versa for agencies as well.
Okay.
Kind of slacking there, but we still have a few. We have about 6 companies we are working with, and then yeah. Also, I do have a SDR role. I work with a company who did about $61 million last year alone in revenue. So I'm just doing SDR role for them, just to stay busy as well at night. But it's kind of eating my time.
As it will, yeah.
And then yeah, like it's crazy.
I
I
mean,
don't really see I'll be
you're
doing this
working
for a
on
long
like
time.
global schedules now as well, so that's just gonna be cooked anyways. But yeah.
Yeah. The company is based in the UAE, but obviously the leads are USA.
Okay.
So
Well, it sounds very good. Sounds plausible.
yeah, and then also on the guy I have for you,
Oh
he
yeah,
was
that's
a
so funny.
date. Yeah.
Bro's gonna bring in a new client for me. I was saying on text, I'm like, considering you're a client, dude, like if you refer someone, I'll give you 50% comms as an affiliate or whatever that may be. So that's all good, bro. Yeah,
Okay, awesome.
yeah.
Appreciate that. And then he was a day trader. He's still in school. Like he's 18 years old. I think he made around $10,000 from trading. And then I pitched him into AI software that for the SDR role I'm currently doing. So he's gonna get that, and then he kind of wants to like work towards his other businesses as well. He has a AI web agency as well.
Okay,
So he just needs,
that'll be.
he knows how to,
I mean, we can
yeah,
text on text and chat about that. Like, I'll send you some stuff to send him, so it's easy for you. But that can be like a calm little private like consulting session that we can close. Yeah, happy with that. I wanted to chat to you more about our relationship just going forward, because obviously initially like you came as like a package deal. You know what I mean? Like you and obviously your
yeah,
partner, and like Scalesy's the the client on paper that I've signed. Obviously, that generally leaves Yuan in charge of that document now. So being like transparent, you guys signed on it was 9K upfront, and you pay that at a certain amount. You know what I mean? You pay the rest at a certain amount. I think it was 12K or something like that. That's all. That all falls to Yuan now, because he is now sole proprietary ownership of that past company, and you're manning this. So what I was actually going to suggest to you is that you and me work more one on one and take this into a new route and kind of go more leadership kind of coaching, and then we just have these kind of chats just to develop your perception, your skills around like what you're doing now, how you see things, how you are actually impacting your company from your position. So if we want to continue, I was going to say basically let's do this on a more like one-on-one, just you and me, private kind of like personal and professional development side. So we're just working into those two angles, new company at the focus. Yeah.
yeah, of course. So what are you trying to, but what about the contract? Shouldn't I pay that as well?
Um,
Um,
well, I'm just thinking because like you guys have like split tires now. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't expect you to pay. Um, you know what I mean? Like if I split ties with a business partner and the guy like came with the contract for that business that I was in, and be like, you know what I mean? I'm not here anymore. So I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
okay.
Yuan is also aware. I'll double check with him and all of that of all of this. But like again, if you guys aren't both in Scalesy is the signed client with me. So I'm like, all those the payments due for Scalesy, that'll transfer to your ex partner, and then our relationship becomes a clean slate. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We can work like this. Obviously, when I do make money, like once we actually see like big numbers, I'll help Ivan pay that off. Just as a sign of whatever. I just can't pay off
No,
that. But
it's
okay.
well, I was literally wanting to make that call. It's like I wouldn't expect you to pay that amount now. Like anything going forward, we do like clean slate. You know what I mean? So from this
Okay. Perfect.
conversation and on, because I do think like, again, you know what I mean. I'm not going to sit here and say you're like liable to owe me, the rest of that payment that you and owed me, because it's like $9,000. You know what I mean? And you're not even working on the company. I'm like, that's not fair, bro. Come on. So clean slate with you and me. I'm happy to work on the same contracted basis. You know what I mean? Like you can pay the same amount later. Just obviously putting me and you into our own relationship space, because it's not going to be the same
Yeah.
like communicating with you too. I also just wanted to say like like I'm not like tuning you or anything. I'm just like I'm crazy with standards. Maybe you and me going forward, I think we should increase the communication like frequency. So maybe obviously just from this conversation we get way more like regular conversations
Open.
going, and we get more strategy sessions like this sorted so that we can kind of just start working at the real stuff now on your new, venture.
Yeah, I actually have another thing going on the side.
Hmm.
At my day job, I
Oh,
got a new
bro's just
role.
shooting shots, dude.
Yeah, trust me, I'm making moves.
That's good.
Um, in at my day job, I used to work. Well, I still work electrical, right?
Hmm.
Now they kind of pitch me into doing like the engineering part of it. So I have a lot of free time in front of a computer, right? Now, what I do for the last month, I've built out a AI startup that could literally replace my job. Now, I've pitched it to my general manager, and then yesterday I've pitched it to the CEO. He was the CEO of a big technology sales company back in the day, like
Okay.
switchgear provider, so big breakers, all of that. Very, very big company, like in the billions. He was the CEO of that company before it fell apart. Now I pitched that to him. Now he seems really, really keen about it. Um, so obviously it's still in prototype and everything. So yeah, just
Sounds solid.
another thing
I
as
can't
well.
lie, you've
So yeah,
definitely, the both of you, I'll be transparent here, like looking at you separately, the both of you have gone into much more plausible routes after the whatever bullshit has gone down between you two. As ironic as it may be, I do think this is for the best. Like you've got some really
yeah,
cool stuff in your hands, and like so does your partner. So fuck, this is cool, good stuff, bro. I'm happy with where we're at. Excuse my
yeah.
French
Well, I
there.
mean, it's fine. For now, I think let's say for the next 2 weeks, the setter role or the SDR role for the company I'm working for, if it does not go well, I'm gonna leave that and focus more on the placement agency and the AI software, see where that goes. Just because the leads that I call are very, very cold.
Mm.
They are still warm leads, but it's quite cold in a way where you kind of have to remind them, even though it's normal to remind them of what they sign up for. It's just so like terrible doing the call. So I would rather move out of that and focus on other things. Um, so yeah,
Cool.
and then also on our contract for when we do sign one, just for the placement agency as well. What I've kind of thought was um, obviously the business partner. She obviously won't be want to be involved in a mentor or in this. So this is kind of just me and you. So I would obviously split my comms or what I make from that with you then. Let's say around 40 to 50% of what I make, I give to you just to pay off some of the contract and your mentorship,
Mm. Okay.
if that
Yeah.
sounds good as well.
Definitely keen.
Okay, perfect.
I'll look
And
at all
then,
of this like on paper as well.
yeah, okay. Um, what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it for what I've been doing. Um, not much really into business anymore, more like into placements, obviously, placement agency and startups. And then obviously I play around with Claude and Gemini a lot. Um, I
Valid.
got Claude Code the other day, but it's kind of ass,
Claude
and I
Code.
still don't know how to.
I'm not technical. I can't. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a technical fucking developer. So it's just not that cool for me. Like it is powerful. I won't say it's not, but I'm like, if I set up Claude co-work and then set up dispatch inside of Claude, so it takes control over my laptop and my Chrome. It does exactly what OpenClaw and Claude Code can do. I can text it from my phone, do whatever I want. You know what I mean? Like I tried it
Yeah,
last week. It's very powerful. I actually like stopped using it because I'm intensely concerned about the security risks. I've got a video that I'll post in this week actually about AI security risks and digital IDs, and all I'll say is like as a little hint and sneak peek, all the hype around OpenClaw, all these agent tools that people are like, oh, get Claude Code, get this, get the Mac Mini, set it up, all of it. It's a
yeah,
biggest load of bullshit. Bro, AI companies are running it to digital IDs, basically. And if you want the simplest form, every time you create an agentic AI tool, you have to give it accessibility. Access creates a digital profile, but the digital profiles aren't just profiles. These things are taking control over your system, whether it's taking control of your desktop or your Chrome. All it needs is a Gmail, which is an access key. It's like the master key to your digital identity. So you've given it digital access and complete access to digital you.
Damn.
For me, I'm like, no, not a chance. I've turned off all agentic tools since then. Yeah,
That's crazy. I never thought of that.
it's freaky,
Uh,
bro. Because I'm like, I've looked at how much data these companies have of me, even, and I'm like, to give it agentic access, even, I have to give it access to two things. Literally, it's just Chrome, desktop. For example, if I do that, I risk you getting access to all my autofills, my saved passwords. You know what I mean? Like, even shit I've deleted
yeah.
that's still on
Shit.
autofill. It can trigger. It can trigger purchases. It can trigger two-factor authentication. Like, and everything that you can do, it can do. Even if you've got your bank, like, if you've typed your banking details recently, it can find that in the system. Like, it's impossible to get
That's
around. So,
crazy.
like, people are just saying accept, 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 use Claude, and I'm like, guys, they've got all of your fucking digital IDs done. Like, and these agents are acting on people's behalf. So I'm like, okay, so what's left in regards to being important for the person at the end of the day? Like, they've taken your identity.
Yeah. Oh
It's
yeah. Also,
crazy.
one thing in the future, like this is just a long-term goal.
Mm.
Obviously, online businesses are cool and everything, but having a business in person is such a bigger deal for me, just because I'm more traditional in some kind of aspects.
Okay.
But having maybe when I'm like 20 or like I'm almost 20, but maybe when I'm in my late 20s, I'll obviously want to start a brick and mortar business, just because it's much more, there's lower risk in some aspects where obviously there's much more money. Like, depending on the niche and industry, obviously I want to do like electrical in some ways, just because I've seen the amounts of money that
Yeah.
has been made just for one quote or deals and everything. I've seen that shit, and it's
Yeah.
insane.
Anything in
Millions of
energy is
rands.
gonna
Just
be crazy in the next coming years, bro. Yeah.
yeah, even just data centers. If you can find a way to like find the gaps in that, and pitch them like different like stuff for their data centers. Like, there's so much money in
Mm.
laying around. We can just kind of scoop it up, pitch new data centers or whatnot. So that's more long term stuff, but we'll see how everything goes.
Okay. Well, it's good
Um,
to know. Like, you also, I don't know. I'm also kind of low key like that. My long term goals is literally buy a building, put a big sign called Tika on that building. So it's Tika Consulting, and I want 100 employees under me. Like, not like a product company, but I want to go like in person with Tika and what I do for a living. You know what I mean? I want to make it more real
yeah,
and more real as the days go by. So I can definitely feel you on that, bro. It's also just like so much impact comes from like brick and mortar companies. Like, again, like, you can tangibly see it, feel it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. And also on content related stuff, I'm not really keen on content for now. And I just want to keep it low key, work in the back end, like the placement agency, perfect for like I don't need content for that. Even though it's the end goal, getting content out for every type of business, but I don't feel it's like necessarily needed. Everything could be done over
Just as
text and
just as something to think
whatnot.
through. Like, wait out. Look at your end goal. I'm like, okay, you're gonna start brick and mortar companies, all of this shit. If your end goal is like getting there, what do you have to do to be able to reach that successfully? What do you have to have available for investors, audiences, markets, public eye, for that to be, doable? That's why I push content on people. As much as it is something that a lot of people can say, like, "Oh, I don't really need to do it." I'm like, think about you in 5-10 years, and think about that journey of proof and the demonstration of you and your knowledge and skills and how powerful that can be. Even if it feels like a fucking loss in the beginning, over time you're gonna have a fucking amalgamation of so much shit that can help you in your business that it's like absurd. So as much as I get that feeling, bro, trust me, just deep think that, bro. Deep think that. For me,
Yeah, okay.
because it's shitty, bro. I
Yeah,
know. You got
makes
to sit and
sense.
fucking script, and you got to do all these things. But that's why I'm here, to get that to a point of where it's like back of your hand, bro. It's relaxed. Like I can wake up on a day, I know exactly how to form, what to form, who to speak to, everything. And if it's not relaxed like that, and you can't look at your schedule and just be like, cool, sorted, done, I'm comfortable, then it's a stress. So let's get it there. And again, like, it just needs to act in the ways that you need to or needed to for that future you. So again, like, if I look at like why I do this shit now, it's because I've literally posted myself doing business, thinking on other people's businesses, demonstrating how I think, demonstrating my knowledge and skills, posting videos that felt like pointless at the time, but in, a couple months time it was so fucking worth it, because a couple people saw it that were the right kind of people, or you know what I mean, like, who knows, you might say something on a video tomorrow, and then in 4 years time you're trying to build a brick and mortar business, and an investor sees that video and is like, I think I like this guy, I want to put a little bit more trust in him. Even that kind of shit, bro, you know what I mean? Like, your opportunity and the probability of something happening increases so much with content. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look into content.
Yeah. We can just keep chatting about it, so it is a more relaxing subject for you. Why is it something that comes with resistance for you? Chat to me.
I just don't feel like I would be comfortable on camera at all. Um, Even though I'm comfortable on photos and shit like that, but I don't really feel like it's necessary to become successful. Obviously, it's a good thing and everything. Don't. I
Well,
don't see the
if you
end
can't
results. Obviously,
talk,
posting on stories,
if you
like,
can't
that's
talk to
good and
yourself on a
everything.
camera, how are you going to talk to like hundreds of employees? You know what I mean? And lead hundreds of employees. It's the same thing. It's like you gotta master self first. Talk to you. You see yourself in that camera and that lens, and you gotta master that, bro. And I'm also the same. Like, dude, trust me. I get on videos like every day. It's a repeat. I get on videos at least 3 times. I've fucked up the video. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that. Trial and error also brings you to your most confident self, because you failed and you figure out the bits not to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not always confident and comfortable on camera. I am in the videos that I post, because I set myself up in a routine that kind of promotes that. So if I've prepped the night before and I know what I have to form and I know how I need to speak, I don't stress as much. It comes off a lot clearer, a lot more natural, a lot more authentic. You know what I mean? Just, it takes time. So whatever it is, bro, you know what I mean? Even if it is like, spend a day and don't try and get a video done. Spend a day and fail, bro. Go sit to yourself, say, I need to get 15 videos, 30 seconds filmed, and just go repeat the process. Go get used to hearing yourself speaking to nobody in a room, you know what I mean? Just try and invest yourself in that, so it becomes a little bit more normal, and then we can kind of expand your perception and show you just how valuable that is, that moment of association. Again, you feel the weight of it, you know what I mean? I know you do, because you're sitting here like, oh, okay, I gotta put my face on camera, I gotta start talking. You're like, I know you feel the weight of this in this moment, and that is literally, heavy is the head that wears the crown, bro. There's one of my favorite sales Instagram influencers, he says this. He's often like, people don't understand that phrase alone. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. It's the weight of the decision that is heavy. And I'm like, you're feeling the weight
Yeah,
of doing that now, because it could lead to so much, bro. It's important. So just go think about it. Yeah.
I will. All
Alright,
right.
bet. Well, I'm pretty comfy. Um, like I said, I'd like to have a little bit more regular schedules on our consultations. But from here, I think let me just pop some stuff into your WhatsApp, and then we can speak over contract, and then you and me begin our relationship instead of scalesy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, right.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about me and Ivan. I don't know. Yeah,
Again,
it's
like,
just time to move on.
you know what? I'm your strategist. Like, you don't have to tell me all the private details. It does seem like some shit's gone down that's like pretty private, but all I can say is like sometimes these things happen to put us in the best positions. Again, like all the shit that you've personally worked for, that creates outcomes, bro. What if that is this outcome? What if all the beauty that you're supposed to get comes from this? I'm not going to
Yeah.
be the guy who says that it isn't, because I don't know that. So let's go figure it out together and find out, bro. No.
Yeah, let's get it, man. I'm ready to fucking lock in. I just need to make time for everyone. That's kind of my problem at the moment. I don't have time. That's my biggest issue right now.
Valid. Send me your schedule.
Yeah.
Bro. Send me your schedule. I'll take a look. Obviously, I know I can't like change shit around regarding like certain slots in your other companies, but if I can suggest something, maybe switching something here and there that is we're able to do, then let me help out. So pop that.
I know you'll see my schedule. It's 2 things every day, and I'll just have to find a way to work in between them.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's
Send me that shit, bro. Mine's like super specific. Like I'll share my screen real quick. You should be able to fucking see. Yeah, like I rip a schedule like this type shit. So it's more specific on a day to day, to the point of which I can literally see like, okay, tomorrow. You know what I mean? I've got YouTube production in the morning, journaling in the morning, all of this stuff. If I click YouTube, I've got exactly like what kind of YouTube video I need to be filmed on that day. Simple, done. Even in the Notion, you know what I mean? Like we just need to get you to a point of where is this? We just get you to a point like this, like where you can open a document that's got your entire week all planned, pre-planned, done. You're comfortable. Like all of that stuff is gonna help, like just getting into your new routine with adding more and having consultations and all of that in a more relaxing manner. So yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Vibes, bro.
All right.
Well.
All right. Thank you for this. This will help a lot. I think you being by my side and obviously getting content out there and helping me on my journey to build out businesses from XYZ amount to millions, and then obviously helping me out with even for the content for the AI startup. I think that would be great.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah,
we'll see how that goes. Maybe what we can do, it's Wednesday now. How about we sort everything Monday? We lock in a bit of a call.
Yeah, I can do Monday. I'm away for the weekend, so we can do Monday.
Okay, sweet. Monday it is, bro. I'll rip you into my schedule.
All right, perfect. What time do you rate?
Do you want to do day or do you want to do evening?
I'm only available in evening for a call.
Okay, well, let's do... I got 6 p.m.
Yeah, we can do 6 p.m.
Okay, cool. You're in. Perfect, broski.
All right. Awesome.
I appreciate you, dude. I'll stay in contact, obviously, and send you some shit over the weekend. But I'm fucking happy. I'm excited for us to move into a new direction, and yeah, let's kill it.
Yeah, awesome, man. Enjoy.
Alright, bro. You as well.
Right.
I'm in a call booth sweating biscuits right now, bro. Fucked. Yeah,
awesome.
But,
all right, bye, man. Enjoy.
Ciao.
Bye.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Let's go. That's ironic as fuck. Wait, you know what? Considering it's still. I was trying to change what it was capturing. But yeah, we just locked in a cheeky $9,000 sale with an extra 40 to 50% rev share on another company. Bro, you ain't seen it done like this. Go to sleep.